Hey team, who is excited about the start of our contest for the cruise? Not only is it a brand new month, which is always so exciting, just starting fresh, but also the beginning of this contest and the fact that this month, the very first month of the contest, there are double credits. And I feel like we have to really take advantage of this. And this is not the time to take your foot off the gas or relax or oh, I have several months to earn this. It is now, right now, when you should put your head down and go harder than you have. So the reason I'm getting on here, I want to explain something we're going to be doing this month. And what got me thinking about this is I'm thinking about the cruise, right? And what is needed to earn this cruise. And so two things came to mind. I was remembering one of Brittany Howard, either at Ruby Retreat or one of her training calls that I was listening to years ago. She was saying there was a time in her business that she just felt like things were quiet. Her team was quiet. She felt quiet. And so she started to really reflect and she was like, where do I go from here? Like, what should I do? And the cure to the quietness was action, massive action. And she didn't go to her downline and try to motivate and inspire or anything. She herself, she took action. She was like, if I expected anybody to do anything, it's going to start with me. And so instead of trying to motivate or wake up a team or even for herself, like doing the norm, she was like, I'm going to go full speed ahead and get into massive action. So that was the number one thing that came to mind. But also, several months ago, we did an Eric Worre training, which he is incredible. His trainings are awesome. He has really good like mindset about network marketing, really good content, really good training. And he was really saying how important it is to have good conversations. And he was saying that basically in network marketing, it's that we have a quantity problem. No conversations equal no business. This is a numbers business, meaning the more conversations that you're having, that correlates to your progress and how many people you are getting to join and to start on the products and on their health journey. So it all comes down to conversations. And so what we are doing this month, all of us, because I'm trying to earn my spot. No trip is given at all. Every single person has to earn this, unless you're like a 5-star diamond that automatically earns it. Every single person is earning this, and it is very important to get yourself into action first and foremost. And so we're going to start with conversations. We are having 100 conversation challenge for this month. And not only this month, but by the 15th of September, we want you to have 100 conversations wrote down, recorded, and all of that. Now, before the number 100, if your initial thought when I said that was kind of like overwhelm or like, what in the world? Like, how am I going to have 100 conversations by the 15th? I want to completely take away any overwhelm that you have, or if that scared you a little bit or anything, because it's a lot more simple than it sounds. Because a lot of what I'm about to share, like a lot of this you're already doing, but we're going to be so mindful, so intentional, writing everything down and recording it, because we know our conversations are what is going to lead us to building the relationship and connection with people, which is influence and having more people to help and get started on this journey. And so that is our goal. So to clear things up, our conversations do not have to be Lexus reach outs. Okay. We are going to include, which you should be doing anyways. If you're doing the business and you're serious about it, you should be doing a minimum of 3 to 5 Lexus reach outs a day. That could be a business reach out, a product reach out. Probably depends on the person you're reaching out to, but your minimum should be 3 to 5 people each day. But giving you guys some numbers and breaking this down. So today is the 5th, we're pushing out all this content on the 5th. If You have 10 conversations starting forward from today, starting forward, 10 conversations a day. That is going to give you 100 conversations by the 15th. Now, your 3 to 5 that are plexus related can count towards this 100, but the other conversations you're having, they are simply conversations. And I really want to hone in on the fact that we're not wanting to just say, like, we don't want anything superficial. We are wanting to have meaningful and engaging conversations. We're wanting to peel back the layers of the onion and get a little deeper. And so I would not reach out and say, "Hey, how's your day?" Like, I'm not wanting to have a conversation. I'm wanting to have an engaging conversation. For example, one of my neighbors, she's been on a trip. Thought about her today. So I reached out and I asked her, "Hey, how's your trip going? Are you guys headed home yet? I couldn't remember what day you said you were coming home. How's everything been?" That is meaningful. I could have just said, "Hey, how's your day? How are you guys feeling?" But that's so superficial. I want to like go deeper. Another one, a mom that came to mind that her kids go to my son's school, she came to mind, and so reaching out, I was just like, "Hey, I haven't talked to you in a long time. How are your first few weeks of school? How are the kids adjusting? What have you guys been up to?" Meaningful conversation. So those are some really good examples. Things that don't count are like, if you call and talk to your mom every day, that is not going to count as a conversation, like one that you're going to write down. That does not go towards your numbers. Or if you're at the grocery store and you just pass by somebody and there's like a really meaningless exchange, like, "Oh, excuse me, I need to get by," that does not count. Now, if you meet somebody, you guys start talking, or there's kids and your kids are engaged and they're talking, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, where do you guys live? Yeah, well, we should get together." Or, "Wow, you guys go to our same school or do the sports, whatever," and you guys exchange numbers or Facebook, social media, yes, that counts as a conversation. Some people you can think about, if you have kids, think about past sports. Think about people, the moms or coaches, people that you have met from sports. Who can you just reach out to and simply say, "Hey, it's been forever since soccer season ended. Are your kids going to be playing this year? I can't wait to catch up with you guys." Asking more meaningful things and trying to really engage with that person versus just simple things of saying, "Hey, how are you?" Um, if you go to their Facebook page and it's hard to know what they've been up to, but they shared a funny meme, you could literally write them and say, "Oh my gosh, I just came across your meme and it made me laugh. Like, thanks for brightening my day. It was hilarious. What have you been up to? I haven't talked to you in so long." There you go. I was thinking about Annie because I was talking to Annie recently. She works at a pharmacy, so she probably comes into contact with people all the time that come to pick up a prescription. So something that wouldn't count is if like somebody came up and Annie's going to check them out and then they're like, "Hey, I need to pick up this." So she just, gets it, checks them out and is like, "Have a good day." That's not going to count. But if somebody comes in and Annie is actually engaged in a conversation with them and just natural conversation, you get to know them a little more, first name basis, and you guys are like, "Wow, well, we should do this together. Who knew that you like to do that too?" Um, and then you guys exchange numbers or social media, like I said, that 100% counts. If you guys need some ideas, I'm going to be posting ideas about people to, give you guys more ideas about people to reach out to, I guess I should say. But go to your Facebook friends list, like on Facebook, and just go alphabetically, scroll through and find a bunch of names and just reach out to those people. Or something that I love, and I highly, highly suggest doing this because it makes life so much simpler, is printing out your Facebook friends list. I have instructions, I will post them. And a hot tip is usually when you download your friends list, the font is pretty big and it'll print out on a whole bunch of pages. There is a way, if you just copy all the names and paste it into like Microsoft Word or a document, you can shrink the font down and then print it out so it's not on so many pages. But that right there is a great list that you can take anywhere Gonna be on the go, grab some papers. Gonna be, my desk is in here, but I'm gonna be running to the other room, grab some papers and go. So that's a hot tip. And so I hope that clears that up and doesn't make you guys feel so overwhelmed. I feel like you guys have already been having conversations, coworkers, somebody you ran into, neighbors, so on and so forth. Write the names down. From September 1st to now, write the names down. September 1st, from the beginning of the month till now, any of those names and conversations that you've already had, they count. Write them down. The people you're reaching out to about the Plexus business, write them down because they also count towards your 100 conversation challenge. So what I want to end this with you guys, what I want to end on, that sounds better, is I want to give you guys some numbers. Tova posted a video that had numbers to get you on this cruise. A good goal and a good number to just reach for this month is 9 new level 1 joins. And you can earn your spot on this cruise this month, the very first month of the contest. So aim for it. Like, what's the worst that could happen? If you aim for 9 and you fall a little bit short, you're still further than what you would have been originally. So do not let that number overwhelm you. Just be dedicated, commit to these action steps and say, I'm not going to look at the bigger picture as far as like worry and anxiety and like, how's this going to happen? I am just going to focus on what I can do now each and every day, the action that I can take to get me there. And so starting now, so today's the 5th, like I said, if you decide you want to work your business as far as reach outs Monday through Friday, if you were to do the minimum of 3 reach outs a day, that's going to give you 21 Plexus reach outs by the 15th. If you were to do 5 a day, Monday through Friday, from now to the 15th, that's going to give you 35 Plexus conversations. Now, if you decide from now until the 15th, even on the weekends, every single day, I'm going to reach out to at least 3 people. That's going to give you 30 Plexus reach outs. If you do 5 per day, every single day until the 15th, you would get 50 Plexus related conversations. So just wanted to give you guys some numbers and break that down so you can kind of decide, like where you're at. You need to kind of gauge where you're at and what you can commit to. And then once you commit, that's what you're doing. You're not going back. It's not going to be each day trying to decide what you're doing. You need to focus in, decide what you want to do, write these things down, and then we're going to have 100 conversations by the 15th. We're all doing it. I'm doing it. And so I want to just encourage you guys and also say, like, being able to do this together and to hold each other accountable, that is awesome. Because even for me, I'm like, yeah, I love that I'm going to get to do this with other people. But we really were like, we need some action steps and some things in your like toolbox that you guys can do that are going to help get you on this cruise, because we all want to be there in February together on this cruise. And I know it, like 100%, that you can earn this trip. So let's commit. We're going to do what it takes. We're going to do the hard things. We're going to take action each and every day. We're going to be committed, and we're going to be on this cruise ship together. So thank you guys. Let's get after it.